Hiya. I thought I'd start doing little reaction videos after each new episode of Wynonna Earp, since this is the first show in a long time that I've had to watch on a week-by-week basis. I either binge watch stuff on Netflix now, or I wait till the show's completely done. I don't do this anymore, so I've forgotten how painful it can be. So I spent the last couple weeks watching the show and catching up on it, and this is the first week I've gotten to watch it in real time. So let's talk about episode 10, She Wouldn't Be Gone. First of all, Willa's back! Yeah, I know a lot of viewers figured she would be back in some variation, since we aren't actually shown that she was killed, just that she was taken. So yeah, in retrospect, I guess it was kind of obvious she'd be back in some form. I am not looking forward to next week because of that. I really am not. I don't care. I don't care about the Willa stuff. I really do not. And obviously that's going to be the entirety of next week. How could it not be? You think your sister's dead? Hey, she's back. I get that. I just don't particularly want to sit through it. But I will. I do have a couple of questions, though. If Willa has been alive this whole time, why did Peacemaker ever work for Wynonna? Shouldn't Peacemaker or the mystical forces behind the curse or whatever know that the true heir is still out there? Or was Wynonna always the true heir? Or is it like a proximity thing? Like if Wynonna hadn't come back to Purgatory, would Peacemaker work for Waverly? Second question is about Gus, who I do not like. She knows about all this Revenant stuff. Why did she sell the bar to like the head Revenant? Is she not aware that's what she did? Because if she didn't, I think the girls could tell her pretty easily. It's just, why would she do that? Is she on their side or not? But like I said, I don't like Gus anyway. I almost forgot about her because she was in like the first two episodes and then seemed to be gone for a long time. And I didn't like in the first episode how she said to Wynonna, "I love you, but you're as broken as they come," and then try to get her to leave town. Like, yeah, that's love, I guess. Last question about Willa. Why did Gus immediately recognize her, but Wynonna didn't? Wynonna was 12 when Willa was taken. That's plenty old enough to remember someone's face, especially someone who you presumably have seen every day of your life. Whatever, that seemed a little weird to me. Okay, but on to the episode proper. I liked it until the ending, mostly just because I'm dreading next week. But I liked the cult stuff. I thought was fairly creepy. It was pretty atmospheric. Not as creepy as seeing that girl being vivisected a few episodes ago, but pretty good. Especially the parts where Wynonna and Dolls are separated in the woods and are getting disoriented. That was atmospheric. I liked it. I did laugh so hard when I saw that stupid bear, though. That was amusing. Dolls was a lot better this week. I'm not really a fan of Dolls. I don't know if it's the actor or just the character or if it's a combination of both, but he's boring. He's not an interesting character. I don't hate him or anything, but he's not interesting. I like it when he shows glimmers of personality, but he just doesn't really. But he did this week. I did really like the scene where he's alone in the car and the wolf is on the windshield growling at him. I thought he did a good job there. I was hoping he wouldn't get eaten. What else happened this week? Doc. Oh my god. Alright, so I'm not gonna lie, I started watching this show because Doc Holliday was a part of it. He is one of my favorite characters just ever. I love that character in almost every version that I've seen of him. Not quite. I have no idea what my neighbors are doing. Why did they take one of my favorite characters and drag him into some stupid, soapy love triangle? Just, no! Especially when he's the clear loser of said triangle. Although, that being the case, I guess I would rather him bow out gracefully like he did than stay and try and fight for her, because who wants to fight a losing battle? I mean, I assume he'll be back at some point, and realistically, he wouldn't get very far anyway. He doesn't know how to drive, so he'll get pulled over again. He doesn't have a license, registration, insurance, none of that, so he will get arrested by someone who's not Nicole, someone who doesn't know him. So I'm gonna assume until we next see him that he's just gonna be hanging out in a jail cell, like, in the next town over. I always enjoy the scenes between Doc and Waverly. They have a really good dynamic. I feel like Waverly sees him the most clearly, but at the same time she also believes in him the most, and I just think that's sweet. They have a sweet relationship. And I loved, it's such a small thing, but I love that she told him about her and Nicole, and he didn't even bat an eye. Like, he's like, okay, well, my problem. And I love that, because he's from a different time. You'd think he'd be at least confused by that, but nope, not my boy. Back to the love triangle. Wynonna's the one making it weird. Like, when it was revealed that they had been sleeping together, Dolls didn't really have a reaction. Waverly didn't have much of a reaction. Wynonna was the only one, like, panicking about it, which I guess in turn caused Doc to panic and leave town. So, yeah, good job, Wynonna. Thank you so much for doing that. I don't think I have much else for this week. It was a solid episode. Not as good as the last three. The last three I thought were pretty good. I thought the show was kind of hitting its stride. But this one was okay. Next week, hopefully, it's better than what I'm picturing in my mind. And I will see you guys then.